Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on. Round 2 with Black Rifle Coffee Company. Yeah, that is absolutely delightful. Once more this week, Black Rifle Coffee Company, Coffee or Die Keurig cups. Again, this is a Coffee of the Month Club gift that I received from my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys. Like this a lot. Had to have it again. And fall is in the air, which is why, once again, we're using this mug that very kindly and generously came from viewer Rodney Ripplinger. Fall is in the air with Snoopy and Woodstock on the other side. How about that? And fall is in the air. Absolutely. You can tell because I'm wearing a long-sleeved Henley t-shirt. You can see here the 3 buttons right there. That's a Henley shirt, long sleeve, and I'm starting to wear layers. I'll have a t-shirt on and then one of these long-sleeve Henley shirts or a long-sleeve t-shirt like this. And then I'll put on a hooded sweatshirt over that because the mornings are like 45, 46 degrees, and then towards the afternoon it starts warming up 70 to 75, and nice bright days, a lot of sunshine, long shadows. The sun starts setting a little earlier, and then again it gets cool again. So back on with the hooded sweatshirt if I'm outside. So yeah, I'm starting to wear those layers that you add and subtract during the day as the day gets warmer or cooler, depending on what time of day is. That's the way fall is here in Northeast Ohio. By the way, this is the Winking Lizard Henley shirt that I got right here. That's a chain of restaurants here in Northeast Ohio, about 15 locations. And one of their nicest locations is in Peninsula, Ohio. And the reason why I mention that is because Peninsula is a village in northern Summit County, Ohio, along the Cuyahoga River. And it's located in the middle of the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Now, the Cuyahoga Valley National Park is the only national park in the state of Ohio. And it starts around in Independence, Ohio, which is just a little south of downtown Cleveland, Rockside Road, that area. And then it goes all the way down to Akron, Ohio. And there are a lot of activities there. They have a lot of bike trails. And they also have a scenic train trip that you can take from Rockside, from Independence, Ohio, all the way down to Akron. And this time of year, it's very, very popular. And they have a number of stations along the way. You can get off at the one in Peninsula and head over to the Winking Lizard and get something to eat over there. But very, very picturesque part of Northeast Ohio because of the changing colors here during the autumn season. So it's very, very popular this time of year. So I thought I'd mention it in case you're ever in Northeast Ohio during this time of year or any time of year. Check out the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, the only national park in the state of Ohio. Really very, very neat. And as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, that is really, really delightful. Again, Coffee or Die from Black Rifle Coffee. Medium roast. This is terrific. It's a delightful cup of coffee. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning into that. Really do appreciate that. Boy, we got a terrific show for you this morning. Let me just set that down there. Love this coffee mug again. Gotta show that to you. Yeah, the Peanuts coffee mug. Fall is in the air. Snoopy and Woodstock, and that leaf right above Woodstock. That's terrific. Thanks again to Rodney Ripplinger. Yeah, very, very fitting because of because today fall was in the air, which is why I pulled that out. Well, fall is in the air for the last few days, last week. So that's why we're using it again. And as we say, we got a really, really good show for you this morning. We've got a viewer shaving tip. We have an extra shaving tip. We got a shave den visit. Hey, we have a giveaway for a good cause sponsored by Aaron Watson. And Aaron has put together this giveaway, and we are passing word along regarding it. We're very, very happy to do that. So stay tuned for that. We have some great refill comments. Got some new wet shave gear to show you. Brand new autumn scented shave soap and splash from Phoenix Shaving. Really, really terrific scent. Stay tuned for that. And we also have some great questions and comments. So I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Thanks very much for tuning in. Let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Andrew Witt. And Andrew writes, "Greetings, Mark. I wanted to mention this tip as it took me quite some time to figure out what to do. I must mention that this idea did not generate from me originally, and many viewers may already know this. I watched Matt Pisarcik's video on how Razor Emporium revamps razors as a final touch. By the way, I have had Razor Emporium revamp a number of razors for me, and they are incredible. He showed the use of model paint to highlight the numbers on an adjustable razor to make them more visible as a final touch. I have a number of adjustable razors, and if I want to set the initial gap or change it for each pass, I needed to stop, find where I last had my glasses, typically at the other end of the house, and then go back and make the adjustment. I applied Matt's technique of painting the numbers with model paint. I can now read the numbers, well, at least discern a 6 from an 8. Viewers may already know about this and/or have better eyesight than I do. Regards, Andy. Andy, this is a great shaving tip, and we'll try to track down that video where Matt explains this. Be very, very helpful to a lot of viewers out there. Yeah, we've heard other viewers do something similar. Again, it's great to revisit these kinds of shaving tips, but Andrew, you're giving a little more detail here, and again, we'll also try to get Matt Pisarcik's video, the instructions on how to actually do this with your own adjustable safety razor. It really is a terrific tip because I know I have some adjustable safety razors in my shave den where, boy, if the lighting isn't bright enough or for whatever reason, it's difficult to find where those numbers are, even if you do have good eyesight. And if you look at any of my videos where I'm using some of these adjustable razors that have let's say a satin chrome finish, that sort of thing, and the numbers aren't really given a good contrast in color to the actual chrome finish that's on the razor, they kind of get lost there. So absolutely highlighting these with model paint, that sort of thing, absolutely a terrific method of making them pop off of the handle. And that's absolutely fantastic. I know there are some adjustable razors that are available where they do that. They make sure that there's a nice contrast between the finish of the razor handle and the numbers that are on that adjustment dial, so that they pop, so you can see them. You can see them from from Kansas, so to speak. So this is an absolutely fantastic tip. And again, we'll track down that video, and if we find it, we will link it below. So Andy, thanks very much for a really terrific practical shaving tip, and to say thank you for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just email me a shaving tip. Email that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So, Andy, thanks again for a really terrific practical shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we have an extra shaving tip, and it comes from viewer Rodney Ripplinger. And Rodney writes, "Here is a tip for you that could also be used for chrome razors. I found out that faucet fixtures and anything chrome can have water spots removed and really shined up by rubbing them with parchment paper. That's the paper you can put on cookie sheets so the cookies can't stick to the cookie sheet. I tried it on a razor cap too. Shines with no scratches. On faucets, it would be advantageous to remove as much soap scum as you can first with bathroom spray cleaner. This is an amazing hack. Wow, that really does sound like an amazing hack. Folks, parchment paper. You can use it to shine up chrome without scratching it. Rodney used it on a chrome razor, shined it up, no scratches. Has anyone else done this or heard of this particular hack or tip? If you have, please comment below and let us know. Maybe you have some reservations about it. We'd like to hear that as well. But that sounds like a really amazing, amazing tip to shine up your chrome razors using parchment paper. Rodney, thanks again for the shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we have a Shave Den visit, and it comes courtesy of viewer David Richland. His email subject heading was a super find, and he wrote, "Hi, Mark. I stumbled upon a fantastic find the other day. Ever since I started wet shaving, I've been on the hunt for a vintage razor, particularly a Gillette Fat Boy. So I decided to explore a few local antique stores. While I didn't find the Fat Boy, I discovered this 1973 Gillette Super Speed. It's in almost perfect condition and was only $7. Here are some photos of my new acquisition. I gave it a gentle cleaning with a soft toothbrush and soap and ran it through my ultrasonic cleaner. I shaved with it and achieved a baby smooth BBS result. It's a bit more aggressive than my Henson mild razor, but was a great performer. As you can see in the photo of the bottom plate, it's a T3 model, which means it was manufactured in the third quarter of 1973, according to the Gillette date coding system. Considering it's 51 years old, it looks remarkably good. The last image compares the weight and length of the Super Speed to my Henson razor. Apologies for my messy handwriting. One more thing. Last week, I spoke about cleaning a brush after using Cremo. I would like to add that soaking a brush in a cup with a solution of warm water and a clarifying shampoo for about 10 minutes does wonders and is very effective in getting any residue off. Well, hey, David, thanks very much for that brush cleaning tip. Really do appreciate it. And of course, David is over at Deja Vu Hair Studio, so he knows about cleaning hair and keeping hair in good shape. So that is a very, very valuable tip. Thanks very much for that, David. I really do appreciate it. And congratulations on the new razor acquisition for your Shave Den. That looks absolutely awesome and only $7. Wow, that is another beautiful part of the acquisition. You got it at such a great price, and it's in such beautiful shape, and it really is a wonderful, wonderful shaving razor. It really, really is. 1973. Wow, that is really a beauty. So congratulations on the find. And again, folks, this just illustrates you do a little research, you have a little patience, look at local antique stores, yard sales, garage sales, estate sales, that sort of thing. You never know what you're going to come across. Here, David was looking for a Fat Boy, and he came across this beautiful, beautiful 1973 Gillette Super Speed. Wow. Enjoy that razor, David, and thanks so much for sharing it with all the viewers out there. Well, this morning we have a giveaway for a good cause. Viewer Aaron Watson is sponsoring a giveaway to benefit the victims of Hurricane Helene. And he wrote, "Hurricane Helene has devastated western North Carolina. I was born and raised in this area and have seen so much of the destruction firsthand. I wanted to do something to help the victims. Therefore, I am sponsoring a giveaway. I am giving away a $100 Maggards gift card to one lucky winner. Enter by simply making a donation to the NC Disaster Relief Fund. This is handled through our local United Way. Their web address is https://pay.payitgov.com/NC donations. Simply make a donation, then email me the receipt as proof of donation, and you will be entered. A minimum donation of $5 is required to enter. The deadline to enter is Friday, October 18th, 2024. So you can email your entry, proof of donation receipt, to Aaron Watson at nccaring76@gmail.com. Let me read that to you again. nccaring76@gmail.com. nccaring76@gmail.com. Aaron will select a winner on October 19th, 2024, and will send that result to us. We'll announce the winner right here on the channel. Aaron is also running a similar giveaway on Facebook, so enter both if you'd like. Just please be aware that the Facebook giveaway is a second giveaway, independent from the one being talked about here on the 3MB. Good luck to everyone, and let's donate for a very worthy cause. My thanks again to Aaron Watson for sponsoring a really terrific giveaway for a very worthy cause. Folks, we'll have all the links below. Aaron, thanks again very much. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More, Monday Morning Mailbag and More, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Again, Black Rifle Coffee Company Keurig cups, coffee or die. This came courtesy of my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys. Coffee of the Month Club from the Black Rifle Coffee Company. Terrific medium roast coffee. Really flavorful. Like it a lot. And a big thank you to Rodney Ripplinger once again for the terrific Fall is in the Air coffee mug featuring Snoopy and Woodstock. How about that? Perfect for the autumn season. Like this one a lot. And again, we've had that morning chill and evening chill in those warm afternoons. So yeah, fall definitely is in the air. So I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's get to some of these refill comments. We got an email from viewer Tim Harder who wrote, Mark, recently I have had an opportunity to compare 3 types of shaving brushes, Boar, Badger, and synthetic. I do like the scrubbing action of Boar, but I think synthetic does a better job of loading and releasing shave soap. Lather, built with a very expensive Badger brush, thinned extremely quickly. My experience is, in order to have enough lather for multiple passes, I must load about 50% more with either Boar or Badger. Even then, subsequent passes are quite thin compared to synthetic performance. Have you found your experience to be similar? Thanks for the Monday Morning Mailbag. Tim, you know what? Early on in this channel, I was doing face lathering. Now, viewers converted me to bowl lathering, and I'm glad I am a bowl latherer now. And every once in a while, I will face lather. But I agree with you. When I compare synthetic with Boar, synthetic for face lathering was just superior. It's very robust. It's very forgiving. You can splay it out and really generate a lot of lather. The knot will not eat that lather for whatever reason. I don't know what the physics is behind it. The physics are behind it. It just will not eat that lather. It just generates heaps and heaps of lather from a face lather, which is pretty remarkable. A Boar brush does a good job with face lathering, but I found that if I could get a 3-pass shave with a synthetic brush, the same load for a Boar brush, I would only get 2 passes, face lathering again. Now, Badger brushes, I will use fairly exclusively with bowl lathering. I did try to do some face lathering with a Badger brush, and you know what? My technique was completely wrong. It's not, round motions and splaying out the knot and driving it into your skin, because that will actually drive the lather into the knot, and your badger brush will eat that lather, and it won't release it as easily. With a badger brush, from what viewers have told me and instructed me, it's a back and forth, up and down kind of motion, side to side. It's not around and around and around splaying it out. It's back and forth, side to side, if you're doing a face lather with a badger. That makes a big difference. But badger brushes, bowl lathering, are wonderful because you're going around and around and around like this in a bowl, and you're not splaying it out. Generates a lot of lather, and you're just painting it on. And it does a really, really terrific job with it. Again, I don't really have a lot of top-end badger brushes. I have some nice badger brushes, but not really, really top shelf to where I could say anything with any kind of authority regarding their performance for face lathering. I did learn, though, that technique for face lathering with a badger is completely different from that of a synthetic or a boar. But yes, when I look at the synthetic and the boar brush, I agree with you. The boar brush, you're going to have to load a little bit more if you're doing a face lather. I have found that. And I'm not sure exactly what the physics are behind that, but that just seems to be the case. I don't know. Plus, whenever I tell a new wet shaver, whenever I talk to a new wet shaver about the traditional wet shave, I always recommend a synthetic brush right out of the box. They're going to get a great lather with a good artisan shave soap, whereas a badger might be a little troublesome because of that different technique. Certainly, it's probably not a good route to go, face lathering with a badger brush if you're new to the traditional wet shave. And a new boar brush needs to be broken in. So you're not going to get a good result immediately. You're going to have to use it over a period of a week or so, 2 weeks, in order to break it in, and before you get really, really good performance. So it could be a little bit discouraging for new wet shavers using a brand new boar brush. But synthetic brushes, boy, they're robust, they're forgiving, they generate heaps of lather, they're great for face lathering or bowl lathering. I agree with you. I'll put it to the viewers. What say you? Do you see any differences discussed by Tim and myself between synthetic, boar, and badger when doing face lathering? Please comment below and let us know. Tim, thanks very much for that comment and email. Really do appreciate it. Rob Miller wrote, "Good morning, Mark. I'm always trying to remember how many times I've used a blade. Now I have a solution. I might also try rolling the die on Monday morning to see how many times I'll shave this week. Great 3MB as usual." Rob is referring to the shave tip we had last week, using a die, one of a pair of dice, to mark the blade, the razor blade, and how many times you've used it. So after you use it once, you can put a die in front of it and put that little 1 on the die. And if you use it twice, then flip the die to where it displays 2 dots, 3 dots, etc. And that way you'll always know how many times you've used a razor blade. It's a really, really terrific shaving tip. That's what we talked about last week. If you missed it, tune in last week's shaving tip on last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. Ken Williams wrote, "Great show. Some very attractive brushes in today's show. Great tip with the die to keep track of uses on a blade. Wonderful community." I agree. The community is absolutely wonderful. Very, very giving of all their knowledge, information, shaving tips and tricks, that sort of thing. Terrific community out there. The wet shaving community is absolutely the best. And I've said it before, the best audience on YouTube is right here on this channel with the Monday Morning Mailbag. So my thanks to everybody out there for some great information, tips and tricks, and that sort of thing. Really, really appreciate it. So Ken, I agree with you. Wonderful wet shaving community. And again, using a die, one of a pair of dice to keep track of a razor blade use. Absolutely fantastic shaving tip. Jimmy V Photography wrote, "I'm in total agreement with you about Blue Sahman. I have the same 2021 as you do and love that scent. Time to order more." Yeah, we talked about Blue Sahman last week. It's a fantastic shave soap and a fantastic scent from Phoenix Shaving. A great autumn scent. Really terrific. A little different from your pumpkin and apple kind of autumn scents, but it is fabulous. I love that burnt sugar part of the scent profile. It's absolutely fantastic. Definitely a favorite in my shave den this time of year and also year round. And yes, mine is from 2021. I need to order some more. Absolutely. It's available now. We'll have links below. Thanks very much for confirming how wonderful Blue Sahwin is. Jimmy, really do appreciate it. Mark Kenny, 1995 wrote, "Thank you, Mark, for another great show this week. That brush looks lovely. I like the colors. Please tell your nephew and his wife congrats on the 1-year anniversary of their store. I will have to look online at the selection they carry and pick out a bottle to buy. Please keep the boom lathers coming along with the Monday Morning Mailbag. Take care and God bless." Hey, Mark, thanks very much. Mark was referring to our giveaway last week. It was a boar brush that the Ohio Wet Shavers passed along to the channel, and also a gift card to Cote Winery. They are celebrating their 1-year anniversary. They opened in October 1 year ago last week, and we gave away a gift card in that boar brush. And of course, the gift card was to help celebrate Cote Winery's 1-year anniversary. And it's a lot of fun down there. So if you are in the Mount Gilead, Ohio area, check out Cote Winery. They're only about 45 minutes north of Greater Columbus, and really, really terrific rural setting. A lot of activity there. When I was there a couple weeks ago, right after the Ohio Wet Shave meetup, they had a jazz quartet playing, and they had a terrific food truck there with some great nachos. They had a great burger. Oh man, it was absolutely fantastic. Got a chance to catch up with my nephew Mike and his wife Brittany, and it was absolutely a wonderful time. So Cote Winery, Mount Gilead, Ohio. We'll link their website where they have a complete list and calendar, a complete calendar of events. There it is, a complete calendar of events of what's going on at Cote Winery. So Mark, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate that. Richard Burns, 4635, wrote, "Fine wine and wet shaving." A great combination. Thanks, Mark. Yes, I agree. Fine wine and wet shaving. Yes, that is a great combination. Wittar, 7090, wrote, "I always look forward to your 3MB every Monday morning with my cup of coffee. I cannot start the week off without watching." Wow, thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. And I love putting this show together. I just love putting it together. I love getting in front of this microphone and sharing all this wonderful information the viewers have passed along. And I love the editing process. Yes, it takes a little bit of time, but really, I love doing it. And it's great to be in touch with everyone. Having said that, please forgive me if my replies and responses to you, whether they're through Facebook messaging or emailing, take a little time to reach you. Juggling this show and work and that sort of thing, I need an assistant. That's what I'm saying. I need an assistant. Someday we'll have an assistant and we'll be able to streamline the process a little more. So Wittar 7090, thanks very much for the kind words. I really do appreciate it. William Murphy, Bill Murphy wrote, "Great 3MB as usual, Mark. Love Sterling's pumpkin spice and use it often in the fall. Also, love Blue Sahwin. Just got back from vacation in the British Isles, and I need to catch up on your videos. Have a great week." Well, thanks very much for that, Bill. Again, thanks for endorsing both Blue Sahwin and pumpkin spice. We had a review of pumpkin spice last week, courtesy of, or was it 2 weeks ago? Courtesy of Mark Bagwell. My thanks to Mark for that really terrific review of it. And really a lot of great autumn scents out there for this time of year. I think this is probably one of the best times to be talking about the traditional wet shave with all these great autumnal scented shave soaps that are out there. Stay tuned. We've got another one coming up in new wet shave gear. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes wrote, "Pacific Shaving Company's products are difficult to find in local retail stores, very easily found in online merchants." Well, you know what? I originally discovered Pacific Shaving Company's products at my local retailers, my local grocery stores. I think I found them also at the big box store Walmart. Found them at some other drugstores. I think CVS carried them. So I'll have to look again and see if they are being carried at those particular retail establishments. However, I agree with you. Very easily found online. They're very plentiful on Amazon.com, and we are going to be having some reviews regarding Pacific Shaving Company's products again. So stay tuned for that. I am going to be using those. I'm really looking forward to using those. Forgot to mention to you also that the original shaving cream and aftershave balm, and they still have this packaging, TSA approved. So you can throw that into your DOP kit very, very easily. The perfect size to travel with. And again, makes a great lather. I mean, I really like the caffeinated shaving cream. Now, the natural shaving cream, a little different. Again, I'm going to have to, I'm really looking forward to revisiting those because they really are terrific shaving products. And yeah, time to use them again. I used them early on in my wet shaving journey and when this channel was just starting out. And boy, am I glad I found them. They are just terrific. I really like them. And I like that angle of having that marketing angle and also that science angle of having caffeine in the shaving cream because it does reduce nicks and cuts. It restricts those blood vessels. It really does work. I have found that to be very, very true. So it's a really good shaving cream for new wet shavers. It was for me as a new wet shaver. So yeah, I like them a lot. We're going to revisit them. So 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Thanks very much for that comment. Viewer Mike Perit wrote, another great 3MB. I like using the Pacific Shaving Caffeinated Cream for a pre-shave now and then. Just a little mixed with water goes a long way for this. Have a great week. Hey, that's a terrific shaving tip, Mike, because we've talked about other shaving creams like Cremo and the Trader Joe's that you can use as a pre-shave. This is a great one to use as a pre-shave, especially because it's caffeinated, just like what we talked about before. So I might do that also down the road. Use it as a pre-shave when I'm going to use another shaving soap. That's absolutely fantastic tip. So thanks for sending that one along, Mike. Really do appreciate it. Mr. ZB18, another great 3MB, Mark. Lots of good stuff today. The description of octopus balls. We talked about octopus balls last 2 weeks. Both the shaving soap and I guess it's an appetizer. Anyhow, the description of octopus balls reminds me of a Florida Keys and Caribbean island delicacy called conch. It's spelled C-O-N-C-H, but it's pronounced conch. Conch fritters. I was first introduced to them in the early 2000s when I was on a business trip to the Keys. I had them again on a tour of a conch farm on the Grand Turk Island. They are a delicious snack or side dish. If you get the chance to try them, I think you'll enjoy these delicious delicacies. Have a great week and shave on. Now I'm intrigued. I'll have to look up exactly what conch is. And I remember when I went to a Reuben Awards some years ago in Arizona. We were at Bill Keene's house. Bill Keene, the late Bill Keene, was the creator of the Family Circus. It's being drawn now by his son, Jeff. And of course, Bill's other son, Glenn Keene, was a very, very talented directing animator at Disney. He worked on Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. He directed those characters. So anyhow, Bill had this big party at his house in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona. And really, really delightful party. And that was the first time I had chorizo. Boy, was that good. I like those a lot. Those were terrific. So yeah, conch, I'll keep that in mind, absolutely. Mike H. Oh, this is Mike Handel. Hi, Mark. Great Monday morning mailbag. Thank you. Fantastic segments throughout the show. Thanks for the shout out, and I hope you enjoy using the soap and aftershave. Have a wonderful start to the week, and best regards as always. Yeah, Mike sent along Fallen Leaves Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash. It's wonderful. I've done the review. I'm editing it right now. I hope to get it to, I hope it runs this week sometime, either this week or next week. It is a wonderful, wonderful autumn scent. Really, really terrific. Really captures the essence of an autumnal forest. It is wonderful. It's from Wet the Face, and it is very, very good. I really enjoyed the shave with it. So, Mike, thank you very, very much for sending it along. We talked about it last week. Check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag for the introduction to it. And again, as I said, I've had a shave with it, and and shot the review, and hopefully it'll get posted sometime this week or next week. I'm editing it right now, and it was a terrific shave. Viewer Dan Blackshear wrote, as always, Mark, great 3MB. Thanks for using the shave tip. Fantastic giveaway. And I recently got my first boar brush, and I must say it's quickly becoming one of my favorite brushes. Great finds on the vintage gear. Have a wonderful week, and I'm in. Well, this was his entry in the giveaway that we had last week. I think Don at Wet the Face makes one of the best soaps out there. The Vanilla Tobacco and Quiet Man are two of my all-time favorites. Yeah, I agree with you. Don makes a really terrific soap base. And again, great shave with fallen leaves. And we have reviewed the Quiet Man. I think I still have that someplace in my shave den. I might have to replace it because I think I've had it for probably a good 5 to 7 years, something like that. I'm going to go back and revisit it and see how the scent is. I'll bet the scent is still there. So yeah, it was one of those early artisan shave soaps that I visited and tried out, and I also reviewed it. And I liked, one of my favorite John Wayne movies is The Quiet Man. I love that movie. And when I saw this shave soap from Wet the Face called The Quiet Man, I had to have it. So yeah, it's terrific, and it's a beautiful scent. So if you're looking for something along those lines, The Quiet Man is very good. Vanilla Tobacco I have not tried, but that sounds really terrific. And again, Don over there at Wet the Face really does make a really wonderful artisan shave soap. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, as promised, we have a brand new fall scented shaving soap for you, and it's from Phoenix Shaving, introducing Greenwitch Envy. Boy, this is marvelous. We've already done the review. It's scheduled for this Wednesday, so check out that review. It's a marvelous scent. And as Douglas writes, this October, Greenwich Envy is coming for you. If you were around in 1997, you remember the scent. Gucci Envy for Men. Something green, something shiny, something smooth, something you couldn't quite put your finger on, but you couldn't shake it either. A scent that stayed with you. It got inside your head. It got on your skin. It got under your skin too. The composition started with fresh green notes and a cool metallic accord that froze the senses in time. Then it gradually warmed up with woody notes and musk. And just like that, it disappeared. Gone. No warning, no explanation. One day it was on the shelves, and the next, just a memory, a phantom. But ghosts have a way of returning sometimes, especially when Phoenix Shaving is involved, no? The resurrection of Envy, Greenwich Envy, isn't just a fragrance. It's a summoning. You think you've forgotten that scent, but the moment it hits you, top notes of ginger, cardamom, pepper, with the whisper of mandarin orange, it's like flipping a switch. Memories flood back. The regenerating heart of the fragrance beats with sandalwood, cedar, and a touch of carnation. That unexpected floral note you never saw coming, but somehow makes perfect sense. And then there's the base. Incense, tobacco, vanilla, with a lingering edge of vetiver and patchouli. These are the smells of forgotten places. Old leather-bound books gathering dust, a smoldering fire that's almost gone out but still carries the faintest trace of warmth. It's rich, it's dark, but light, and it clings to you long after the bottle is closed. Greenwich Envy, a haunting homage to the iconic Gucci Envy for Men. One of our more mysterious doppelgangers, here for a short time, just for the season. But something tells me it'll stay with you long after October's come and gone. Greenwich Envy, because some things never let go. Try something different this fall season from Phoenix Shaving. Boy, this is an absolutely fantastic scent. And from the description, absolutely spot on. This will stay with you. This will not enter the room before you. It's the perfect balance of not too much, not too little. I call it the Goldilocks scent. It's just right. And yes, when you wear this, people will notice you. There will be something about you. It's elegant, it's gentlemanly, it's masculine, it's perfect for an evening night out or an afternoon fall sporting event like football. It really mixes and matches and fits in so perfectly. It is an absolutely wonderful, splendid scent. I like it a lot. Again, the review runs this Wednesday. Absolutely terrific. And check out that artwork. Yeah, it's kind of a cross between The Nightmare Before Christmas and Van Gogh. That's that's the way I interpret it. There's a splash. You can see that a little bit better. All right. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic artwork. Very, very appealing. Very Halloween-y. Perfect for the Halloween season. But yeah, a terrific, terrific scent. Really, really wonderful. And again, memorable. It's with you. You'll get noticed. People will become attracted to you. They'll notice you because of this scent. That's really the impression I got from first use, and I'm looking forward to using it again. Again, the review runs this Wednesday. My thanks to Doug, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for very kindly sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. Folks, Greenwitch Envy. It's here for a short time. It's a seasonal release. You can use it year-round. It's that good, but it's here for a short time. We'll have links below. Again, thanks, Doug, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving. Really do appreciate it. Well, now that you've been introduced to a brand new autumn shaving soap from Phoenix Shaving, you might want to check out a brand new lathering bowl. Mark Bagwell has a review of the Chawan Dottie shaving bowl with handle by Symmetrical Pottery Company. And Mark writes, as you can see, I chose the red-black version, but their bowls are offered in a variety of colors. Most are made of stoneware, making them very durable under normal conditions. Let's look at the design of the Dottie. The bowl has a generous sized thumb loop to make it more secure holding the bowl in either your right or left hand. If a thumb loop is not to your liking, then they offer bowls without. The performance of the Dottie shaving bowl is exceptional. The bump texture of the dots whips tons of air into your lather, making it build a richer lather as well as speeding up the process. Each bowl is handmade, so there can be differences in size, but the approximate bowl dimensions are 5 inches wide by 2 3/4 inches high. There is one con to the Dottie. There is a 12-week waiting period, but take a close look at the beauty of this bowl, and I think you'll agree it's worth the wait. As far as price, it's listed at $55, but then you have to add shipping and sales tax, bringing my bowl to $71.50. I can say I'm very happy with my purchase. A link will be provided so you can look over their different designs and colors and see which is right for you. Hey, Mark, thanks very, very much for a terrific review of a beautiful, beautiful shaving bowl. We happen to have a Dottie shaving bowl here in the Shave Den. This one came courtesy of viewer Beth Jones. Beth, thank you very, very much. And this is one of the shaving bowls that arrived in the Shave Den that quickly turned me into a bowl latherer. It's very, very good. It is absolutely wonderful. And Mark is absolutely correct. The bump texture of these dots inside that bowl really do bring in a lot of extra air and really speed up the process of building a lather. It really is remarkable. Now, I don't have a thumb loop on mine, but this base really affords a terrific grip. So you can just hold it like this, get your brush and whip up a lather. Again, make sure you have dry hands if you're using a really, really slick soap or cream. But I double check that, especially when I'm using it on camera, and I have to hold it a little higher so people can see it on camera. But it is an absolute delight to use. It is absolutely wonderful. And Beth Jones also very kindly sent along another Dottie bowl as part of the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Beth, thank you again very, very much. And it did take a number of weeks to get here for the giveaway. Luckily, it arrived before the 10,000 subscriber giveaway took place, but it was definitely a highlight of the giveaway. These are beautiful, beautiful shaving bowls. The one I have is called Starry Night because it's got that Van Gogh Starry Night painting look to it. It really is terrific. At least that's the way I interpret it, and it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love, love, love using this lathering bowl. And Mark Bagwell is spot on about the bumps inside, just generating heaps and heaps of lather very, very easily. The one that Mark has is absolutely gorgeous. And again, you can get it with a thumb loop or without a thumb loop. So just so you can compare, this is the one without the thumb loop, and the pictures Mark sent along, his has the thumb loop. So Mark, thanks again for a really, really wonderful review on the Dottie lathering bowl. Folks, we'll have a link below. Mark, thanks again very, very much. Well, not so long ago, viewer Joel Turano acquired a Tedalus Velocity 1 safety razor, an absolutely beautiful top-end safety razor that many in the wet shaving community were talking about, and he very kindly sent in a review of that razor. Well, Joel just acquired the Helios brush and stand by Tedalus, and he sent along this review. It's inspired by Greek architecture, crafted for an elegant and luxurious shaving ritual. And Joel wrote, "Here is my review of the Tedalus Helios brush and stand. I chose the purple brush with the 26mm synthetic knot made in Switzerland. No corners were cut on the packaging. As you can see, I have a few brushes to compare to. This completes the Tedalus Velocity Razor Helios brush as a set. Eye candy in the shave den. Flawless craftsmanship. Unique. I am totally thrilled. Premium synthetic knot in its face feel performance. Outstandingly dense yet soft bristles. The stand does a great job of displaying the beautiful brush. This traditional wet shave brush is exquisitely crafted. At the end of the brush handle is a mirror with a T engraved in it. The quality and craftsmanship justifies what you are paying for at the end of the day." Wow, Joel, an absolutely gorgeous brush, and it sounds like it has outstanding performance. And of course, this is definitely a top-end brush to go with that beautiful Velocity 1, which is a top-end razor. Folks, we'll have a link to the Tedalus website where you can check out both the Velocity 1 razor and also the Helios brush and stand. Absolutely gorgeous. The pinnacle of wet shaving gear, no doubt about it. Joel, enjoy both the razor and that brush. Thanks very much for the review. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Colonel Mully, Jim Mullins checked in all the way from Japan regarding a new Taylor of Old Bond Street shaving cream. And he wrote, "Hey, Mark, Ash from the Chaps Guide channel. Check out his review of Taylor of Old Bond Street Oud Shave Cream. He's the one who got me hooked on all these creams and soaps I didn't know existed." Yeah, this is available on Amazon, and we will link to it. Taylor of Old Bond Street Oud Shaving Cream. And as they write on the product page, Oud scented shaving cream produces a rich, creamy lather that ensures an exceptionally close shave. Paraben-free, vegetable base, suitable for all skin types. Loaded with moisturizing and protective properties, it leaves your skin feeling soft and smooth without any greasy residue. Used within 12 months after opening. Scented with notes of rose, saffron, oud, and amber. Now listen to this, because we talked about this. Due to environmental considerations, Taylor shave creams no longer come with a plastic inner cap. It is quite normal for creams to have irregular cavity structures and for their surfaces to not be completely smooth. This does not affect the quality of the cream and should not be considered a flaw. So they're talking about how the cream is kind of moving around during shipment, that sort of thing, but no more plastic inner lid from what they're writing here on this particular product page. But Ash does this wonderful review of Oud shaving cream by Taylor of Old Bond Street. This is a new one I never heard of. We will link that video below. He kind of gets into the actual lathering and painting it on his face at about the 5 minute 30 second mark. So we'll try to give you that particular bookmark link. So it'll go right to that part of the video where he really gets into it. But yeah, a really, really informative video. So thanks to Colonel Mully for passing that along as he finishes up. Anyway, thanks for everything you do for the community, Mark. Your pal, Mully. Mully, thank you very, very much for the heads up on a brand new shave cream from Taylor of Old Bond Street. Oud shave cream. Sounds like a marvelous scent. Again, we'll link the video from Ash below so you can check it out. Colonel Mully, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, we got this email from viewer Tim Harder because we were talking about butterscotch handled shaving brushes last week. Thanks, Mom. Of course, we talked about the Solar Flare and, the M7, the Simpson M7 that Jimmy V very kindly and generously sent to the channel. The ultimate bowl lathering brush with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. You pair this brush up with a Dottie shaving bowl. Oh my gosh, are you going to get heaps and heaps of lather? Absolutely, the ultimate shaving brush in one of the ultimate lathering bowls that's out there. Absolutely fantastic combination there. And of course, the Doppler, another one. And this came from Kenny Embry, the vintage Erskine shave brush with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. Anyhow, Tim sent this along. Check this out. Mark, attached is a photo of my vintage butterscotch handle and badger knot. I purchased this brush in the late 1960s from Goody's Barber Supply in Cincinnati. Bottom of the handle says, Century USA Sterilized Pure Badger 210. Shortly after purchasing, I switched from straight razor bowl lather to multi-blade and aerosol shave goo. The Old Spice mug I also used in those days with either Old Spice or Williams shave pucks. I have come full circle to DE Razor and various artisan soaps. Mug and brush are both closing in on 60 years old. Tim Harder. Wow, that is amazing. Check out that brush, folks. Absolutely gorgeous. 60 years old and still going strong. A vintage butterscotch handle, thanks, Mom, with a badger knot. Look at that. Tim, that is absolutely, absolutely wonderful. My gosh, thanks so much for sharing it with all the viewers out there. Really do appreciate it. It's absolutely beautiful. And so glad you came full circle and came back to the traditional wet shave where you can use that brush and enjoy it along with the Old Spice shaving mug. We've been talking about Old Spice shaving mugs the last couple of weeks. Another great shaving mug. And let us know if you're using an Old Spice, new old stock shaving puck in there, or a new old stock Williams shave puck, if you've come across those, or what you might be using in that shaving mug. Really would be interested. But again, Tim, thanks so much for sharing the vintage brush and mug from your shave den. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks again, Tim. Viewer Marco Batelli sent along this wet shaving technique regarding shave soaps, shave creams, shave soaps. And he wrote, "Hi, Mark, how are you? I wanted to examine a traditional shaving technique that I don't think I've ever seen on your Monday morning mailbag, namely the super face lathering technique. Sometimes it happens that you use a soap that boasts excellent protection characteristics but little smoothness. Other times one that builds well but has no protection and smoothness, ending with some that have excellent characteristics in terms of smoothness and protection but have an unpleasant fragrance. The technique consists of utilizing several soaps in order to blend together the performance of each of them. Usually 2 are used, but no one forbids the use of even more. Warm greetings from Rome, Marco Batelli." Wow, I want to get a little more details because it sounds like, he's combining 2 or more shave soaps in a shave bowl whipping up a lather in each of those shave soaps or shave soaps and creams, bring in the best of what they offer to make, as he says, a super face lathering technique. And he wrote back and said, "Hi, Mark, how are you? Regarding the so-called super face lathering, you can proceed as you wish. You can do as you said, or you can combine the flakes of the soaps used according to your taste or according to the different properties of each of them in a bowl and build lather as usual, finishing it all on the face. For example, sometimes I use this technique to correct the scent of a soap that I don't like, or combine a tallow-based soap with another vegetable-based one. In practice, you can have fun as you want. Just combine 2 or more soaps in the way you think is most suitable. Warm greetings from Rome, Marco Batelli." This sounds wonderful. And I've heard of some wet shavers making a super lather, combining a shaving cream and a shave soap. I think that's what it's called. But the way Marco describes this sounds like a lot of fun. Combining different soaps that have different properties to give you a super face lathering kind of lather. That's absolutely fantastic. Marco, thanks very much for passing this along. Folks, have you done this before? Please comment below and let us know if you've used this technique. Maybe you refer to it by some other name. Please comment below and let us know. This sounds absolutely wonderful, and it's something that I'd like to try down the road myself. Marco, thanks very much for sending this along all the way from Rome. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have something really different that you might want to use in the shave den or for general health purposes, and it comes from Rodney Ripplinger, and it is regarding castor oil. Now, castor oil, for some reason, is all the rage all over the internet and social media recently. But Rodney related his own personal experience, which led me to buy this particular bottle right here. We'll talk about it in just a minute. Rodney wrote, "Hi, Mark. Sorry to hear about your little shower accident." Now, this was the scrape I got on top of my head coming out of the shower. I forgot to duck down, and I scraped my head up here really, really good. I mean, really, really terrific. And when I thought it was healed, I did another head shave. And even though I was using a mild razor, I think I aggravated it even a little bit more. You know, I just started a head shave a little too soon. And boy, I opened it up again. Anyhow, let me get to that in just a minute. Let me finish here what Rodney wrote. "I had something similar happen to me in May. Let me tell you about it and how I fixed it. I was carrying a big heavy bowl out in the garage and caught my foot on something and went down on my face on the garage floor. I was bleeding from my lower lip. I wondered if I should go to the emergency room or not. When the bleeding didn't stop, I thought perhaps if it healed up the way it was, then I might have an ugly, bumpy scar. So I drove myself to the hospital and got it sewn up. 4 stitches. The last thing the doctor told me is, you will have a scar. I told her, it is what it is. It's okay. After a couple of days, the wound started to look like it was healing up. I then started putting organic castor oil on it. In 2 weeks, which the time allotted for the stitches to fall out, I took a good look at the result. I now have no scar whatsoever. I don't think that would have been the case without having applied the castor oil. If you still have a nasty mark, put some castor oil on it, followed by a Band-Aid. I would do that when I went to bed if it were me. The stuff can work wonders." Rodney, thanks very, very much for the advice, because I did use it, and I did apply it to this mark up on my head, and I did apply a Band-Aid, and my gosh, that thing healed up in about a week. I mean, really, really well. It was pretty darn amazing. And here's the one that Rodney recommended, and I'll have a link to it if you're interested. Heritage Store Organic Castor Oil. It's cold pressed, and it's hexane free. So that's what you want. You want an organic castor oil that is cold pressed and hexane free. That's exactly what you want. And again, it seems like it's all the rage on social media, or maybe because I was looking at it on the web and purchased it, maybe social media platforms saw my activity and started feeding castor oil videos and articles and that sort of thing. That could be the cause of all the rage, so to speak. But it really worked for me very, very well. Now, it did take about a week, something like that, a little more than a week, but I did see some very, very good results. And again, I did it as Rodney suggested. I would apply some and then put a Band-Aid on it and, overnight, that sort of thing. And it really, really worked very, very well. So my question is, are any other viewers out there using castor oil? Do you use it in your medicine cabinet, in your shave den, for nicks and cuts and that sort of thing? Comment below and let us know. But my thanks to Rodney Ripplinger for suggesting castor oil. It really did help with that cut I had on my head. And I'm very happy to have used it. Again, this one is the Heritage Store Organic Castor Oil Nourishing Treatment for, 100% cold-pressed, vegan and cruelty-free, hexane-free. That's what you want. Organic, cold-pressed, hexane-free. That's what you want. So my thanks to Rodney Ripplinger for very kindly recommending castor oil for the bruise I had on my head. It really did work wonders. You can see it's very, very faint there. And I'm going to apply a little more later on today and just keep applying it until it's completely gone, then go back to using a razor for a head shave. So thanks again, Rodney. Castor oil, organic, cold pressed, hexane free. Check it out. We'll have a link below to this particular brand. And if you use it in your shave den, is it part of your medicine cabinet? Please comment below and let us know. Thanks again, Rodney. Really do appreciate it. Well, this past Friday, I had the great pleasure of joining Todd Stanfield and David and Barb Keiss to select winning names in the 2024 Childhood Cancer Research Fundraiser drawing. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time, and here are a few highlights.
Earlier, but that's what you're going to win with that. So excellent. Okay, and here we go. All these name wrongs and everything, but I'll get everything correct. So. All right.
That's okay. Congratulations to Thomas Hinkie. Drawing number 4. Are we ready for that, David?
Yes, we're ready.
Drawing number 4 is a $100 approximately gift basket from Murphy and McNeil.
Okay, so they responded back to me, and they are going to give a $50 gift card and a limited edition Fatherhood 2024 set. With that order, with that winner. So they changed it. They weren't really sure what they wanted to do earlier, but that's what you're going to win with that. So
excellent.
Okay.
The
here we go.
Razor Company live stream the other day requested an occasional boom from you during the live stream. So
yeah, boom, lather.
There you go.
All right, drawing number 5 is a $100 gift card from Fine Accoutrements, Mr. Fine. Okay, we're up to drawing. We're up to drawing. Hey, by the way, Todd, did you do all the? Did you do this web page and everything for all these selections and stuff?
I did, yes.
You did a fantastic job. These are so easy to read and find. Really, that's wonderful.
Well,
you did a great job. Really.
You can thank Squarespace.com. Not a sponsor, but that's they make it easy. They make it easy.
You're pushing the buttons and moving the text. So congratulations
Sure.
to you.
Thank you.
This is drawing number 18. A $30 soap set from Shannon Soaps, a $26 soap set from Azalea City Suds, and a $25 gift card from Summer Break Soaps.
There we go.
If I'm not mistaken, Shannon Soaps did the soap for the Ohio Shavers meetup, right?
Yes, they did. They're located right here in Northeast Ohio in North Olmsted, Ohio.
And shout out to Azalea City Suds from my home state of Alabama in Mobile. Great stuff on Etsy.
Oh, so wonderful.
James Stike Leather, Stikleather.
Stike Leather.
Yeah,
that's what
drawing number 19. This is big. Yeah. You're right, David. Yeah. A $250 gift card from Top of the Chain. $250 gift card from Top of the Chain. That bears repeating.
There we go.
Plus, they got to ship it across the border for any U.S. viewers. So grand total, they're probably in for about 300 total. For
MAUR Marcio DeSanso.
Again, it was a lot of fun. If you missed it this year, well, Todd and Dave and Barb are going to do it again next year. And we'll have all the updates on the Monday Morning Mailbag as the date draws closer. So my thanks again to Todd Stanfield and David and Barb Keiss for allowing me to join them to draw winning names in this year's 2024 Childhood Cancer Research Fundraiser drawing that took place on Todd Stanfield's Instagram account, his Take Care Man Instagram account. And when you get a chance, check out his blog, check out his Instagram account. A lot of great information up there. So thanks again to Todd Stanfield and David and Barb Keiss for allowing me to join them for a lot of fun, and they raised money for a really, really worthy cause. Thanks again, folks. Really do appreciate it. Well, viewer Glenn Martin is back with another shaving scene investigation. Of course, you might recall that he submitted the shaving scene from the original Ocean's 11, and the question was, what safety razor is actor Cesar Romero using in that scene, the last 5-10 minutes of the original Ocean's 11 film from 1960. Well, he has another one here, and he wrote, "Hi, Mark. It's me again with another shaving scene investigation. Right now, I'm watching the 1941 movie High Sierra with Humphrey Bogart and Ida Lupino. At around 18 minutes into the movie, Humphrey is in a cabin, and once again, mid-shave, he gets interrupted. You can clearly see he's using a DE razor, but it's difficult to discern what make or model. I thought your super sleuth wet shaving aficionados might know. Best regards, Glenn, a.k.a. Bug Chief." Well, Glenn, I took a good look at it. I grabbed some stills, and even though it's not the highest quality, my guess is it's a Gillette Tech. That's what I think it is. It looks like a Gillette Tech to me. And, speaking of shave, I have to shave after I'm done doing this Monday Morning Mailbag. So if it is a Tech, maybe I'll use a Gillette Tech myself. Haven't used one in some time, and it's a terrific razor. But to me, it looks like a Gillette Tech. I could be wrong. So what say you folks from the screen grabs that I happen to show you here? Do you think it's a Gillette Tech? Also, there's one screen grab that I made of the shaving brush that Humphrey Bogart has on that stand there. And I'm wondering, certainly not a synthetic, 1941. I doubt they made synthetic shaving brushes. Maybe they did. If anyone knows, please comment below. But it's probably a Badger brush is my guess. Maybe it's a boar brush. I'm not entirely sure. But really, another great shaving scene from a great classic movie. I love doing these. So comment below and let us know if you have a guess as to what safety razor Humphrey Bogart is using in that scene. And maybe you even have a little background on the shaving brush that we just showed you. So Glenn, thanks again very, very much. Love these shaving scene investigations. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks again, Glenn. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.